पॉलिसी बाजार पर 1 करोड़ रुपए का टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस केवल 450 रुपए महीने से शुरू। Wow.
Now, if you're in Delhi this morning, you are breathing air nearly 100 times the World Health Organization's safe limit in some parts of the NCR region. The air pollution in Delhi spikes to emergency levels this morning. It's actually severe in some areas of the NCR region. The AQI is in the upper level of the severe category, to be precise. The cancer-causing PM 2.5 pollutant, meanwhile, is nearly 100 times the WHO's safe limit in parts of Delhi NCR. To understand how bad exactly the situation is this morning, let's go across to my colleague Vedant, who's been up and about since the crack of dawn. Vedant, how toxic is the air this morning? Also take us through the pollution curbs in place currently.
Well, Parmeshwar, the situation is pretty bad. Remember, as you rightly mentioned, the air quality index is currently in the severe category. In fact, in the upper layer of the severe category in several parts of the national capital. Remember, we are also being told by the air quality panel that the air quality index is likely to dip further in the coming days. It's likely to reach the severe plus category. Now, that is extremely harmful because remember, as you rightly mentioned, the PM 2.5 pollutant, which is a fine micro pollutant that penetrates the lungs and in fact causes respiratory illnesses and long-term exposure can also cause lung cancer. That PM 2.5 pollutant is nearly 80 to 100 times the WHO's safe limit, annual safe limit of 5 micrograms. It is currently, the concentration of this fine pollutant is extremely high. So of course, if you're going for your morning walks, an N95 mask is recommended by medical experts. Another important thing to mention is that remember the air quality panel had lifted curbs on construction and demolition activities in the national capital just yesterday, and in fact it was re-invoked at night yesterday, keeping in mind the forecasts. Of course, the forecast of the weather department and the Central Pollution Control Board all have been proven wrong in a sense because not only have temperatures dipped in the national capital. Remember this morning at around 5:30 a.m. Several parts of Delhi recorded 4 to 5 degrees Celsius temperatures, and low temperatures, dense fog and calm winds, they are adding to dipping air quality. So of course air quality is likely to dip further in the coming days. As far as the curbs are concerned, remember brick kilns are banned in the national capital. Other than that, construction demolition activities, private construction, all of that is also banned at the moment, and a decision is yet to be taken whether BS4 petrol and BS6 diesel vehicles are actually to be allowed in the national capital or not. Remember, if the air quality dips into the severe category, into the severe plus category, then schools are also likely to be closed because as per protocol, schools are to be closed as soon as the air quality enters the severe category, but as of now no decision has been taken on that. The fact of the matter is that children of the national capital, most of them who do not have their winter breaks, they're going to schools and they're breathing toxic air, and children and elderly are particularly vulnerable to these pollutants, these micro pollutants that penetrate the lungs and cause irritation, itching in the short term, and long term exposure can cause chronic respiratory illnesses as well. The situation is bleak. Of course, all the curbs in place have failed. Remember the action plan, the graded response action plan of the air quality panel has virtually failed. I mean, it has made no difference, and it's almost become, for the lack of a better word, almost a joke because, curbs are invoked and re-invoked and then, they are revoked. So, of course, it's become a joke because, these have no influence on the national capital's air quality, which has been poor and very poor, and at an emergency levels, throughout the winter season, and it's likely to worsen further as well. Remember, the air quality panel had also announced that coal will be banned across the national capital, except for thermal power plants. Of course, that is something that's a welcome step as well. But what we're looking at is a regional cleanup, which has yet not happened, Parmeshwar.